Welcome back. We've looked at what collaborations are, what makes them valuable, and a bit of a legwork that you need to do before you reach out for collaboration. Now that that's all done, it's time to start finding other creators who are also looking for collaborations. Fortunately, there's a lot of different ways out there to find them. We're going to talk about many of them here in just a minute. But first, what type of channels should you be looking for when you're thinking about collaborations? Most YouTubers look only for channels that are similar to theirs, which makes sense, because if you're a family vlogging channel and then showing up on another family vlogging channel might actually be like a good idea, because you kind of already know that people on their channel have an interest in family vlogging and something like your channel. However, let me encourage you to think a bit differently about the types and kinds of channels you look for. Ultimately, the best collaborations will be the channels that share your target audience and care about your value proposition, not necessarily just the channels who do the exact same thing on YouTube that you do. Your family's vlogging channel, maybe it revolves around strengthening your marriage or your relationships with other people, or so then maybe it might make sense for you to find another channel to collaborate with that talks a lot about marriage or strengthening relationships, or maybe a dating advice channel could work out even better for you than appearing on another family vlogging channel. Think less about the actual format and even the niche that the other channel is in when you're looking for other channels to collaborate with. Focus more on who is that other channel targeting, what audience are they looking for, and what does their audience care about. It's more important that your channel shares that target audience more than actually being in the same niche as the other channel, of you guys being like the same. So maybe that sounds weird at first, but sometimes the best channels to collaborate with aren't necessarily the channels that are doing something very similar to your channel or talking about the same subjects. Again, collaborating with those channels obviously makes sense, but remember that potential subscribers most likely have other interests too, and they are watching other channels on YouTube other than like just family vlogging or just gaming or whatever the case may be. That's why if you live here in America and you're watching a football game, you see a lot of commercials for like beer and car advertisements. It's not just like football jerseys and athletic shoes that are being advertised, because those brands, those companies know that their target audience hangs out in more places than just like at a car dealership or at beer events or stuff like that. They know their audiences are in more places. So maybe, for example, if you're a gaming channel, maybe consider collaborating with a skateboarding channel, maybe that would make sense. Or maybe if you're a tech channel, maybe collaborating with another news channel on YouTube might make sense. Maybe if you're a cooking channel, collaborating with a fitness channel might make sense for you. Maybe, I don't know, if you're a beauty channel, maybe collaborating with like a costume or a cosplay channel might make sense for you too. You get the idea. Thinking this way especially is helpful if you're in a niche or an industry that's considered competitive, like maybe other creators that you would naturally be in your niche that you would work with, to collaborate with. Maybe they don't want to work with you or you don't want to work with them, because you'd essentially be promoting your competition. So if that's the case, then maybe this makes sense for you to look outside your niche for channels that share your audience but might not be in the same exact niche that you are in. One of the best ways to do this actually is our first place to find potential channels to collaborate with, and that is number one, top fans. If you go to youtube.com/audience, create a Google Plus circle of your top fans, and then you can go to your insights on the left sidebar, and this will show what other videos and channels your subscribers are watching. If a lot of your subscribers are also interested in that other channel, then the other subscribers of that channel might also be interested in your videos. Plus, you already have a fan base there on that other channel. They'll be excited to see you collaborate with that other creator, and they may even help you share that video once you do that collaboration together. I found that Tubular Labs actually often has better and deeper insights into who's watching what, who's subscribed to your channel. Although either way, you have to dig a little bit to find channels that would actually make sense for you to collaborate with, because a lot of times you'll find like just a lot of super popular channels in your list just because like they're so big that the likelihood of them having a lot of the same subscribers as you is kind of high. You can find direct links to your YouTube top fans and Tubular Labs below this video if you want to dig more into those. So a lot of other links and resources down there for you. Like our next one, number two, channelpages.com. This site is designed specifically to help creators find potential collaborations collaborations. It's kind of like maybe like an online dating service for YouTube channels. You sign up, you create your profile page about your channel, and then you browse through the other channels' profiles there on that site, and then you just message the channels that you would like to work with. In the links below this video, you'll find a video that another creator made about channel pages. It'll walk you through everything at channelpages.com about how to sign up, what the process looks like, what it looks like once you get in there. So maybe take a look at that video to learn more about channelpages.com. Number 3 is Social Blade. Social Blade is primarily a YouTube stats site where you can look up public stats on any YouTube channel, browse through their collaboration board. You'll find creators there who are just looking for collaborations or posting about them, or you yourself can actually go there and make a post yourself looking for a collaboration. I actually interviewed Social Blade about this forum specifically for you guys, which you can find linked up below this video lesson here. I had them share some of their best tips and advice for how to get the most out of their forum and how to post collaboration opportunities that'll work best for you by using their website. So that is linked up down there below. Number 4 is yttalk.com. This is the granddaddy of all YouTube forums. It has a highly active community with hundreds of creators interacting on the site at like any given time you go there. There'll be like hundreds of people there interacting and talking about YouTube stuff. They also have a board there that you can search through to find other people and other creators who have posted saying that they want to collaborate, and you yourself can also post a thread there if you want to ask other people to collaborate with you. The founder of YT Talk has a video that he made specifically for you guys who are watching this course. It's linked up below this video, and he talks about how you can effectively use his site to set up collaborations, and he gives several pro tips for how to maximize the community at YT Talk for growing your channel. So down there is that video. Go check that out. Number 5, the 5th place you can find other people for collaborations is at the YouTube Creators Google Plus community. Now this community currently has over 21,000 members, all of whom are YouTube creators. There's always people posting opportunities there that you can join or make your own post there and have other people contact you if you'd like. The link to that is below. Number 6 is the YouTube Creator Help Forum. Now this place isn't really designated specifically for finding collaborations. It's mostly a place where people post their problems and ask for tech support from YouTube and other creators for their YouTube channel. However, there are people asking for collaborations here on this board, so browsing through it might be beneficial for you, or even posting your own collaboration idea there for other people to respond to might be helpful for you too as well, because there are a lot of creators hanging out there and they may not be looking for collaborations, but if they come across one while they're searching for help and they find yours, it might be helpful and valuable for both of you. Number 7 is do a channel search on YouTube. Channels search on YouTube is still kind of lacking, but with a little patience you can use this to find other potential channels for collaborations. Just search YouTube for your keyword, add a comma, and then type channel, and it'll return a list of channels that they think match the search term that you're searching for. It's kind of clunky, provides mixed results, you know, your mileage may vary, but some people find it helpful, so you might want to check that out. Number 8 is ask for collaborations on your channel. Doing collaborations with people who are already fans of your stuff can be a great opportunity to build relationships and work with people who are already familiar with your audience, with your content, with the value that you bring. I do that quite often here on Video Creators, actually, by having you guys submit videos of yourself sharing YouTube tips and advice and ideas and suggestions with the rest of the community that I then feature here. I don't treat it as an official collab because like the only exchange is that I'm providing a quick plug for your channel and you are sending me a video. But most of the time, the creator ends up promoting their video on my channel to their viewers anyway. So it kind of ends up being a collaboration. I promote them on YouTube and they promote me on, you know, social media, and it kind of is like a give and take. So we end up kind of collabing unofficially kind of that way. Number 9 is to attend other YouTube meetups and events. Guys, this is perhaps the best option because there's nothing that replaces good old-fashioned handshakes and face-to-face conversations. This is definitely the best way to build relationships with other creators and turn them into collaborations. In fact, often meetups provide opportunities to quickly shoot collaborations together, like right there on the spot. And that's actually how most of my collaborations got started, with just being with other creators, hanging out at the places where we're meeting up, and then just, you know, hey, do you mind if I talk with you about that on my vlogging channel? Or, hey, would you mind sharing that tip or that advice, you know, right here? And I just use my phone, make it super simple and easy, guys. It's a really easy way to get collaborations. So these are some great ways to find YouTubers that you might want to work with and collaborate with. But what if you want to find like an influencer who's off of YouTube to work with? Well, there's several ways that you can do that. Simply search the iTunes podcast directory. But there's a few other tools that you can use as well. Number one is ClearVoice. If you are searching for a thought leader who can write engaging content, a tool like ClearVoice can help you find credible authors who focus on a particular topic. So for each writer, you can find a list of different articles he or she has written on that subject. And maybe after doing some research, you can provide a video that goes along with something that they've written or that they're really passionate about, and then maybe they will share that video to their audience. So that could work for you. Number two is BuzzSumo. When you need social influencers who can really help amplify your content and share that with other people, BuzzSumo is a great tool. Through their influencer search, you can find people who frequently share content on a given topic and then click through to see what these links are. Maybe you can find someone who shares a lot of content in your niche and reach out in a way that makes them want to share your content as well. We'll talk more about that later, but that's a good site you can use to find people who are just sharing a lot of content and have them maybe partner with you to share some of your content. Number three is Follower Wonk. This is another approach to finding social influencers. It searches Twitter bios, and then you can use their feature called Social Authority to sort those followers and those bios by how authoritative they are on social media, and then maybe you can reach out to them on Twitter to find ways to partner with them to promote your content and maybe promote what they're doing as well. So those are some ways to get started with finding other creators and influencers. But before you just run off and start pitching ideas to as many creators as you can find, we need to first discuss the key to converting someone else's audience to your audience. And that's coming up in the next lesson. But first, let me give you guys some action steps that I want you to take as a result of watching this lesson here. So number one, I want you to watch the videos that are linked up down there below about channelpages.com, about Social Blade, about YT Talk. And I want you to become familiar with the best tips and practices about leveraging each of those platforms as you can for building collaboration opportunities with the creators who are there. And then number two, I want you to look through your top fans, see any common channels that you might find that would make sense for you to work with. Make note of them. Maybe watch some of the other channels that your audience is watching and get familiar with some of them, and maybe see if one of those might make sense for you to collaborate with in the future. Number three, try doing a couple channel searches on YouTube and see what you come up with. See if you can find some other channels that are similar to yours or have a similar target audience as yours that you could maybe work with. And then after you've done your homework, take the quiz for this lesson, and then the next time we're going to talk about the key to converting someone else's audience to becoming a part of your audience. It's very important. That's coming up in the next lesson. Do your homework, and then I'll see you guys over there.